Hey, I'm Scott, and this is Jenny.
Yeah.
We're the Grahams, and we run Carefrontations. And we wanted just to talk to you a little bit about the possibility of why you called. You know, if you're considering an intervention, which is really no more than a glorified family meeting, we wanted to give you some tips, some ideas, some thoughts around how you can move forward. Just the fact that you called is a huge deal. It's a big deal. And then trying to put it all together can seem pretty overwhelming. And so the few things that we have learned, and we've been doing interventions since 1988. We've done literally over a couple thousand interventions all over the country, even outside of the country. And it's scary because we're dealing with the unknown. A lot of times families are basing what might happen on what already has happened. And usually what already has happened is the reason you're calling. And so to get more of that can be pretty scary.
Daunting.
Yeah. So we want to just first and foremost shake the misnomer that your loved one has to be ready to say yes to help. And that is complete opposite of what we're all about. We believe that when a person is in the throes of their dysfunction, they're not well enough to be the reason. In their mind, in their heart, they have a low opinion of themselves, and I bet you they think you see them the same way as they see themselves. So an intervention is an opportunity to wake up the part of them that's been hijacked. You know, wake up the part of them that's been put on hold.
Right. The whole goal is that they would enter treatment with their head held higher than when they woke up that morning. And so it's actually a beautiful event, full of dignity, full of respect. And you're thinking, how's that going to happen? I'm so frustrated. It's like, well, that's the process. And that's why we prepare ahead of time. And that gets some of that out and to the side, and that way we can come in the same way that if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you want someone to approach you? You would want that dignity and respect. And so this is such a kind process. And the bottom line, like you said, gosh, if we wait till they're ready, well, we might never even ever get that chance. And so what we see is that this then becomes the moment where that's the pivot point, and then they're ready. But yeah, they were totally not ready before we got there.
So from a practical standpoint, a few things have to happen. You've got to be able to have a team of people who can surround your loved one. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you've got. There's got to be help available. So you've got to figure that piece out. And then, of course, there's got to be, from a practical standpoint, there's got to be resources to cover the cost of treatment and us. And but we can talk about all of that in more detail. But the main thing is if you've got a team of people and you've got the ability to get in front of that person and offer them some help, and you have the makings for a really healthy intervention, and it can be done quickly. This is not something you have to, plan over. In fact, when I talk to somebody and they say, "Can we do it like now?" It's like, "Oh, thank you. That's words to my ears." Because the longer you wait, the more objections that'll come into play, the more second guessing that you might
the more
entertain.
apprehension you're going to experience.
Yeah. So I look at someone who's got a problem with whether it's untreated mental health or it's substance addiction or abuse or use, whatever it might be. In my mind, I think about a person who's having a heart attack and they're clutching their chest. And if we wait, it would be like, we'll get to you as soon as we're ready. It's like, no, we're going to run after you.
Wait,
we're going to get you.
Wait. I want to think about all the ERs that are an option. And I want to call and see which one seems the least busy. Like there's just this whole, we want to help you not slow it down that much.
So, I don't know, making light of it a little bit, but it's a life-threatening problem. It's not going away. It's not going to get better on its own. And really, we do this as much for you as we do for your loved one. Because I know as a loved one that if I know I've done everything I can do and said everything I can say in the best way it can be done or said, then I've done a good thing. And I don't want to have to carry guilt with me.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
So give us a call again and let's talk further about it. And we look forward to serving you.